place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. You call me a You call me a You call me
Alexa, open YouTube. Good morning, folks. Gonna put some, make our little morning concoction. Get some immunity. Okay. So, I pretty much got some good sleep last night. And I mean really good sleep. I just watched Sal. I have nothing to watch this morning. But we do need to get up out of here in a minute. So about 6:45. All right. I have a mountain of shit in this room. Anyway, what I need to do is I kind of need to find my tripod.
Next, we have another Beachbody coach who I believe is a top coach in the company. Not that that really matters, honestly. For this one, though, I actually don't really have a critique on the exercise or the way she's doing. I mean, I guess I don't know what she's doing. Whether this is a Beachbody workout or not, there's something about this workout that I want to point out because I see a lot of people doing this and making this really common.
Find my tripod. I have two of them. I don't know what I deal with. Oh, there it is over there. Okay.
So, look like she was doing some shoulder training.
I'm gonna grab that tripod.
Did you guys see that exercise?
Let me see.
Had her arms bent at 90 degrees and she was kind of rotating her arm out. That's called an external rotation.
Part of me did say, fuck it, take a rest day today.
Now, something that I see all the time is people doing external rotations with a dumbbell. And I'll tell you why, that's technically not correct.
But we can't do that just yet.
When you're standing up and you're doing external rotations,
we at least got to get the week started. Get the week started, then we take a rest day. So maybe on Tuesday we'll take that rest day. We'll take the rest day as far as walking. Everything else we'll do.
External rotations with a dumbbell going like this, thinking you're training their shoulders, but actually you're putting more work on your biceps than anything. If you're training shoulders and want to do an external rotation, you need to make sure the weight is coming from the side of you. This can be achieved with a cable or a resistance band, and I will show you right now. Here is how to properly execute an external rotation. Okay, so here I am doing an external rotation. I am using a resistance band or resistance tube. I've also heard with the handle on it. This is super simple exercise.
That's 32 ounces of water down.
And I'm pulling the weight out.
We'll give it a little bit more time for some sun to come up, and then we will head out. But until then, let me at least attempt to do something with this room. Just a little bit.
As I suspected, she is in charge
All
of what
right,
goes
so
in the car.
one last
2
thing
gallons of oil,
before
a gallon of
I
spaghetti, and chocolate sauce. With someone who has an addiction to food, or some
I was
of them,
telling you
they will
about
do just about
Bowie,
anything to get the food that they want,
and they have a
bring themselves in
lifetime
a
chronic
position
illness
like being
discount.
stared at in a grocery
Here it
store
is right
just
here.
to combat their cravings. Losing your breath,
35%.
halfway in the car is
And you can
horrifying
actually
even to
stack
say
that
out loud.
on top of my code down in the description. So if you sign up for this, you can still go on top of what I got. So 20% off, so 55% off. That's actually really good. That's only if you want it. You don't have to. Like I say, you do support the channel when you
I don't know how to stop. I messed up for almost 20 years.
just go. Alright, so we got the tripod out this morning. As you can see, my arm is fully extended. So what we are going to do this morning, make sure I still got my other phone right here. So what we're going to do this morning is we are going to do a I don't know what to call it, but it's going to be like 2 half laps, and then on the 3rd lap we're going to go around the shopping center. But every time we go, what we're going to do is we're going to do a set of body weight dips and some calf work every single lap. Like every time we get, I'll show you. I'll show you better than I can tell you. Anyway, let's check the park, make sure there's no coyotes. Probably is. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the park. So now I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. We're going to walk this part of the track all the way around those goalposts, just short of this building right here, of this shed right here. Then we'll come over here to this bench that's right there, and we'll do our dips, our whatever stuff, and then we'll walk around again, do it the 2nd time, and then when we're coming around here for that 3rd time, that's when we'll cut through there and walk through the shopping center, come back around, and then do it again. So here we go, folks. A journey of 1,000,000 miles starts with first step. And yeah, I got the Adidas Tubulars on. I love these shoes. These remind me of they're actually a running shoe, but they remind me of a wrestling shoe. Anywho, what a beautiful morning it is, ain't it? So let's get this workout in, because ain't nobody gonna do it for us. Gotta do it ourselves. So we are coming up on the bench for the first time. I don't see anything we need to be very wary about. So what we are going to do is we are going to put this beautiful thing down, the reason why we brought the tripod. And we are going to do 2 sets of 10 on the dips, or to failure, aka Angry Vigilante. Since I don't have a whole lot of room right here, I just do it like this. Now, in between going in my head. Gymshark66. 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 Gymshark. Just as like a little bit of a recovery. And I do that 20 times. So I'll take right now. And then we'll repeat that again. You know, now that we're at this angle, I do look a whole lot better. And I really should find some gloves or something that can protect my hand against stuff like this. Okay, we got that in. All right, so we're gonna go around again, and the second time we go around, we're actually gonna aim for lower body, aka calf raises. And then on that third time, we're gonna go walk around the shopping center, and then we'll come back this way. So give me a moment, folks. Okay, so we are back, and we are now going to get some, one thing, a friend of mine gave me this tripod. I don't like that there's so many links and pieces to it. And it's kind of tricky, but that's fine. So this is one. You see, I got my hands in my pockets on this side. Trying to get as high up as I can. That right there is to let me know, hey, take a quick look at it. So this is where we do the body for life thing a few times. I really should have a damn microphone, but the earpiece I have in right now is actually for this phone right here, not that phone. But that is a little bit far away. One of these days, I will. So last night when I was doing, some stuff on ChatGPT, and I came up with a hell of a plan. It's not a workout plan. It's a content plan. I really hope that all of this is getting picked up, because if not, together just a little bit. So, last night I was pretty much on ChatGPT. Now, I do kind of use it just a little bit, just a smidge. I guess we'll call it, to superset what my dietitian tells me, just to run it through. But last night it wasn't about that. It was more about coming up with a game plan as far as content for Body for Life and everything after that. And let's just say ChatGPT for me don't miss. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go walk around that shopping center. But while we're doing that, While we're doing that, we'll just have a little bit of a talk. Just a little bit. So, see you when I get over there. Alright, so let's talk for a second. Now, the thing that I wanted to touch on was I had a plan. And then it made me really, ChatGPT made me really reassess the plan. Now, I'm already at my goal weight. My goal weight was 285. I'm at 280. I'm somewhere in that range. But I'm at 40.6% body fat. So one of the biggest things for me has been, okay, I want to get down in body fat and really make the transformation pop. So, as everyone knows, I said it already, the road to summer shredding is actually going to start with Body for Life. And from Body for Life, that's when we're going to get into a full-blown prep. Now, the thing is, the transformation category, you don't have to go full Olympia. You don't have to go full Arnold. You don't have to go full any of that stuff for. But I do want to take it serious. So, ChatGPT kind of shot out some stuff at me that made me realize Canada, now it doesn't, you do have to put a lot of things into ChatGPT to make it understand, A, this is the transformation category, not open bodybuilding. And the second thing is, it's not about winning or losing or placing. It's more about getting over my social anxiety. So that's when it asked me, why don't you go on to the, if you're trying to get over social anxiety, why don't you do the Houston show instead of Toronto? Where A, you're going to be at Alpha Land, aka home base. And the other thing it spit out to me was do a later show. That way we can take care of more of the variables right then and there versus possibly waiting until last moment. Man, this place is junky as fuck. All good points. All very valid points. Well, the thing for me is if I'm going to do, if you've never been to Houston, something you don't know about Houston, Houston gets ungodly fucking hot. And I don't want to deal with that. So I might do the May show anyway and just suffer. That's just my thought. You can leave your thoughts down in the description. Toronto is still a show I think I might want to do. I don't know yet. But it is a thought. The thought process is there. Main reason being is it's been so many years since I've actually been to Toronto. It's been so many years since I've been to that part of Canada that I do kind of want to go. Kind of. But at the same token, I also do understand relations between Canada and the United States are not at its best right now. So that might not be a, logical thing. So if I do decide to do Houston, I got to decide between June and September. September would be cool, but I kind of do want to get it over with. So there's a part of me saying just go ahead and do it in June, if that's when they have it, and call it a life. Let me know what you guys would do. Because there is a part of me that's just like, hey, maybe you should wait a little bit and get your time in. But then there's a part of me that's just like, go for it. Just get it out of the way. Leave it all out there and move on with your life. Let me know what you would do. Anyway, time to get finished with this. So I will sporadically keep vlogging, but we're going to get this walk in. One last thing, and let me not forget this one. ChatGPT said to pretty much come up with a stage persona. Something that something like when nerves start to kick in, that you just tap into that persona. And there's 4 people I'm really thinking of. Ravishing Rick Rude, Kurt Hennig, Scott Hall, and Scott Steiner. Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. If you could come up with a persona to step on stage with, who would you choose? That's a good one. Matter of fact, leave that down in the description, because that's one I would love to know. Anyway, almost back to the track. Actually, kind of, sort of. So, see you in a second. Alright, so since last time we did, I didn't even log my water from this morning. Holy shit. So since we did calf raises to end off last time, we're just going to do a few more. Boy, is this tricky. I really am trying not to use my body weight to like rock me, but it just ends up happening. I guess while we wait, we can knock out another set of these. Two. Get you some of that. That's the only good thing. That's actually the only real cool thing about being obese for like most of your life is your lower body had to do a lot of work. And because your lower body had to do a lot of work, your legs are naturally strong. And yeah, I do know I got that prone problem to where I do want to rock. Like kind of like that, which is another exercise. That's actually another exercise within itself. I forget the name of it, but it's more of a stretch for not the calf muscle. I know this is called the tibet something anterior. This muscle right here. See, we all like okay. It's like I was trying to tell you the other day. We all work this, and this. We all work that, but we forget this muscle right here is actually connected to all the muscles in your foot. So that's one of the reasons why I think it's called toe raises, toe curls, something like that, toe raises. But technically you're supposed to stand like, well, this is a gait. But you're supposed to stand like this, hold for 3 seconds, down, up, hold for 3 seconds, down. And the reason for that is because this muscle over time gets loose. And that's where you get drop foot. That's where you get people who constantly walk like that because they can't really pick up their foot as good. And because I was born not with my feet like this, but like this, it's more important now for me to do work, stuff like that so I can work on, as they call it, my gait. No, not this, but your walking pattern. Anyway, let's get on with this walk. We got quite a few more steps, but we're going to go around 2 more times, and then we'll hit that track. Not the track, the shopping center. Okay, we're not going to keep on cutting in, so I think this will be the last time I cut in before we get home. But there's one last thing I really want to make sure I mention. ChatGPT is a great tool to come up with ideas. ChatGPT is not your doctor. They're not your primary care physician. ChatGPT is not your dietitian or nutritionist. Get a dietitian, don't get a nutritionist. ChatGPT is not your personal trainer. It is a tool that can help you come up with great ideas, but once you come up with those ideas, please run that by your doctors. Please run that by a team of doctors that can sort through some of what it could get wrong and what it could get right. Treat ChatGPT the way I say to treat YouTube. Yes, you can come up with inspiration, you can get a lot of great ideas, but it does not replace medical supervision over these things, because you can't sue ChatGPT if you get injured. You can sue your doctor, you can sue your you can sue your dietitian, you can sue your personal trainer. You cannot sue ChatGPT, because it does tell you, I am not a medical doctor. Please seek medical advice. So there's always that right there. So yes, I do come up with these things, and then I will run it by somebody who actually has a clue of what they're talking about. And if they say, hey, don't do this, but do this over here, we do it. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's get back on the track. Let's get a few more laps in, and then we'll head home. So for the most part, we are now done with our walk. I think we only got like a couple hundred steps left. Oh, here's another one. I keep seeing, you know that cop I told you about, the lady officer? You know, yeah, I keep seeing her. Unfortunately, you know, this time of year they're very busy, but I see her out here doing her thing. Very good cop. Very good one. Hope they keep her around on the force for a long time, because she is a sweetheart. Anyway, I figured this morning I'll go get me a little treat. So we'll knock out one of the 2 treats for the week right now. So let's go pick it up. Well, we're going to eat there, but talk to you when we get there. All right, so this is the treat for the morning. Got my water, got some nachos with cheese, tortillas with cheese, and a soft taco, and of course, let's see if these hit or miss. Decent. All right. Let me enjoy this. We'll walk home later. All right. So got that treat in. Got a few more laps in. Got a few more everything in. Just to make sure that those calories do get put to use. Now let's go ahead, get home, get showered, and get our stretch in. And I will talk to you when we get home and get everything pretty much worked out. Am I kind of hurting right now? A little bit. But the same token, a little bit of pain ain't never hurt nobody, right? Right. So, home, and then home, shower. We're at 96 ounces of water. We're at about 15,000 steps by the time we get home. So, talk to you when we get there. Alright, so right now I'm just playing with this thing, playing with the configuration of it. See what works, see what doesn't. Oops. So we're actually, I think I'm going to deep squat this thing. Let's see. That could work too. So anyway, I'm home. Gonna let this phone charge, that phone charge. My laptop and my tablet is already charged. So we're gonna let those things charge while I go take a shower. Actually, I do like having this rather than sitting it on there. By the way, roast me down in the comments if you want to. I don't care if you roast me. But when y'all are out walking, anybody else look at stuff like this? Like, you find these receipts and they're within a few days, so you just scan it in and take the points. Here's a tip for you. I don't pay for my cheat meals. I really don't pay for my cheat meals. I actually don't. Always find the receipts. People leave them receipts when I'm walking. People leave those receipts all around. And all I got to do is scan it in to my little thing. Guess what? Free meal. Or free whatever I got a taste for. If I don't have a taste for it, guess what I do? I'll give it to a homeless person. They can have it. I don't want it. Alexa, open YouTube. So I don't know if I'm going to go out or not. I might go out. I might stay home. I'm not sure just yet. But if I do go out, it'll only be for a couple hours. If I don't go out, well, I'm here. Anyway, we got our 12,500 steps in. We got our body weight workout. 2 treats. We got Sunday. We gotta make some reels this week, but we'll get into that probably today or tomorrow. Anyway, actually I could chop up part of this video. Anyway, gonna get up out of here, gonna take my shower, and I'll decide what I'm gonna do later. So, talk to you in a minute. Alright, we are going to eat a little bit. Got 2 scrambled eggs and some more of that, whatever. So now that we got this and we're home, we're at 100 and I think 64 or 168 ounces of water. We're going to do this, and then we're going to get our stretch in. I think tomorrow's going to be the rest day. So, eat, drink, watch. Talk to you in a minute.
Clothesline, great inside out bump from Rikishi.
So we got Reliving the War playing.
Strength with a spine buster.
We got some tortillas.
People see the people's elbow, and after
and then we got some
opponent Rock wins via pinfall. It wasn't what anyone would call a wrestling clinic, but my God, did the crowd get into this
some hot sauce.
Perfect example here of how a good audience reaction can make a match so much better. Rikishi, the big sore loser that he is, hits Rock with a super kick after the bell. The people People's Champ also takes not one, not two, but 3 bonsai drops.
Probably should
That's
put
a
it
lot of bonsai.
on the actual
And Rikishi beats up
instrument
officials before going to leave
again.
the ring. He decides to come back in and give Rocky one last bonsai drop for good measure, and Jim Ross says The Rock will never be the same after this beatdown.
Who cares? Anyway.
Stone Cold Steve Austin has arrived at Survivor Series. Triple H and the Radicals watched Austin walking into the arena, and Mick Foley paid the boys a visit to let Triple H know that the Radicals are barred from tonight's main event. The Triple H versus Austin
Actually, I
match
think
will
we
also
will.
be no disqualification, and Hunter says no problem. Steve Austin's going to leave this event without the use of his legs, according to Triple H. So I'm intrigued about what Hunter could have up his sleeve later tonight. Ivory defended her women's championship next against Lita, and moments into the match, Lita performed an enziguri. While taking the bump, Ivory caught Lita right on the head with the heel of her boot, and this caused the challenger to get busted open pretty
We're going
well.
to do some hot.
To their credit,
No,
Ivory
mild,
played up
sorry.
with the injury by throwing right hands right into the open wound, and Lita sold it like she was in real danger. But she did come back with a head scissor takedown before throwing Ivory out of the ring. The challenger then performed a dive to the outside where she
No, I
landed on
shouldn't do that
Ivory and
because
Stephen
who knows
Richards,
where the hell
and
these
she
packets
continued
been at.
pleasing the audience with a diving crossbody back
But something I
inside the
did
ring.
do,
This one ended,
sprinkle
however, in
some
typical
salt on
right to
these
center
before.
fashion. Ivory tried to use the women's belt as a weapon, but she initially failed. Lita went for the moonsault. Stevie
Oh my
distracted
God.
the referee, and Lita landed on the belt, which allowed Ivory to win via pinfall. Fair play to Lita, though. Her face was an absolute state, and she definitely got rocked.
So much
pretty
better when
bad
you
in
put
this
salt on
match.
it.
She didn't let it shake her confidence at all, and she continued on like a pro. So good stuff here from the challenger. Backstage, Jonathan Coachman reveals that The Rock's spitting up a lot of blood, and the coach hopes they get an update later on. And we then cut to Chris Jericho attacking Kane because, I don't know, I guess Jericho realized he didn't show much
one more.
of his monstrous side earlier on, and he wants to make up for it. I suppose this means the Jericho and Kane rivalry is going to continue on, so at least they'll get another chance to put on a good match.
Carb on top of carb, huh?
Kurt Angle defends his WWF title next against
And
The Undertaker. Taker
buyer.
won a four-way on SmackDown a few
So we
weeks
did
ago
mild,
with
hot,
opportunity,
buyer.
and Kurt Angle
Diablo's
wants to prove
disgusting.
he's someone's whipping boy when he faces the American Badass tonight at Survivor Series. These two faced each other at Fully Loaded this year. That
And I will
match
not
had a
lie to
comedy
you.
slant to it, so let's see if Angle gets serious tonight. Taker says Deadman Incorporated's opened its doors, and it's
I've
time
been
for the
playing on
Golden Boy to take
ChatGPT
his
way
last
too
ride.
much today
And,
in the last few
Deadman
days.
Incorporated's much better than
Mainly
that Pride
for
Incorporated
content
feature Taker had on a
stuff,
few weeks ago.
content ideas.
Survivor Series 2000 marks the beginning of Kurt Angle's second year in the WWF, and he promises to make it even better than the first. Kurt thought it would be a good idea to get the people of Florida to vote for their favorite Kurt Angle moment so far, but seeing as they messed up the election
Absolutely
voting, Kurt decides
wonderful.
to list his accomplishments instead. Kurt gets interrupted by
Absolutely.
The Undertaker, the American Badass,
Some
is
great
up
ideas.
around the ring. He gets inside the ropes, and who the fuck dressed this man? Because those pants don't suit you at all, mate. I'm no fashion guru, but snakeskin pants are definitely a choice. Everyone believed that Taker forgot his gear and the Godfather had to lend him a pair of pants so he could compete in the ring. That's silly, seeing as Taker wore jeans or black pants
No.
anyway, but the Godfather took the time to debunk
Something
this
else.
long-standing rumor.
Let's debunk this right now. Those are not my pants. Undertaker had those pants made. He was trying something that didn't work. You know, to this day, he says it was one of the biggest mistakes he made, but those were not my pants.
So there you go. Undertaker realized it was a bad choice, and we never saw the python pants again. Didn't stop Taker from ribbing Godfather for 20 plus years, though. Angle's afraid to get in the ring. He'll only step into the ropes when Taker goes out to grab a chair. The dead man then throws the
You're
chair
gonna
at
see
Kurt's face, and he's inviting
some
the
content
WWF
between
champion to hit him.
this
So
and
Kurt
Body
says,
for Life.
Hell yeah, boy. And the Phenom takes a shot on the back while he was
You're gonna see it.
jacking off.
It's not going to be
Sees the
episodic
loyalty
like
on the
this
Taker
every single
until he
day.
gets out of breath. Mr. Snakes
Well,
pumps invites Angle
technically
to
it will be
dress up
episodic,
again, and this leads to
but
Taker gaining the
it won't be
Kurt takes a big boot and a
every
leg
day.
drop, and Taker breaks his own cover so he can do more damage.
But
this happens again after a body slam and elbow drop.
it will be
and
pretty
after
good
Angle
stuff.
takes old school, he decides the best course of action here is to get out of the ring and run away from his opponent. That confidence Angle had earlier on just isn't.
And the main reason we're doing it like that
Still, Kurt tries to fight the Undertaker off when the two get in
is
the
because
ring.
if I
The
gave you
WWF champ ends up taking a few right
if I
hands.
gave you those
Undertaker
videos
throws a
in
haymaker,
the same
Angle
format
ducks
of
it,
what
and
we're
we see
doing
a
now,
German suplex. The suplex allows Kurt to
you wouldn't
regain
get
that
Body for
confidence he
Life
had earlier today, and he sends Taker out of the ring with a
until
clothesline,
February.
though he decides to jump off the
Now it's
apron,
bad
and
enough.
Taker
I'm
grabs
starting
him,
December
puts him in a
28th,
back bump at the ring post.
and you're going to get
Another
it
one of these has Kurt selling his back
on the
as the two head into the ring
4th.
once again. But
Yeah,
Kurt
the
finds
4th.
himself a target when Taker misses a big boot.
That's bad
The
enough.
left leg's going to be Kurt's main focus of attack.
Well, actually, no, it's not
Taker's
really.
well here to keep the
But
challenger at bay, even when Taker fights
at least
back,
now
Kurt
you're
goes
only
back
a
to the
week
leg, so
behind
it's given
instead of a
Angle
month
hope
behind.
as the match continues on.
I don't want to do no more
Undertaker
month
then performs
behind.
a rare
I want you to
armbar
be
takedown, and he locks in an armbar submission. Edge and
kind of
Christian
current.
show up to distract the
But
referee,
at the same
and Edward
token,
doesn't see Kurt Angle topping out. Taker releases the hold.
Oh, well.
Christian gets in a cheap shot. And
Anyway.
all Angle has to do is go low again when Taker sets him up for a choke slam. We're now back to
Let
Angle
me-
working over the left leg. The match stays on the
Let me
mat.
go
Edge
ahead
Christian
and
watch on.
let that
Taker
digest. We're going to
eventually
do a
breaks
stretch
free
and then
by
we'll
dropping
wrap
his
up.
leg
Or
over
we'll
Kurt's
wrap
face
up and then,
multiple times.
well,
The dead man
dessert
realizes he has to take Edge
and then
Christian out,
stretch.
or these two games will be interfering.
Hey guys, I have a very exciting announcement. I have someone coming over to share the news.
And of course, we got 2 slices of
Nick, I want you to feel right here.
So after this, we do gotta do our stretching. Then we'll be done for the day.
What is going on, guys? Will here. Welcome to the video. I am
We'll get some
heading
banana
to
this
Texas for
week.
the next couple of days for a very big
Happy
and
apple.
special announcement that I will talk about when I get there. I am super excited because I have been waiting for this trip literally
Happy
for
apple.
the past couple months, and I cannot believe that it's finally here. So I really don't know what's going to happen over the next couple of days.
I didn't
but
cut it
know
early
it's
enough.
gonna be epic, so I'm just going to bring my camera
So it's not
and bring you
cold
along
enough.
the entire journey.
Oh well.
I am absolutely starving. So I went to get a burger, brought it back to the room. I am just a cheap and easy date. So I've
And
ordered
I
a
need to find some salty peanut
That
butter.
burger is a piece of meat between buns with some other things on it, but apparently it is much, much, much more than that to a lot of you. So I greatly offended many of you when I did not get Whataburger last time I was in Texas, and I offended a lot of you when I did not love In-N-Out. And I totally get it. Sometimes it's easier to be faithful to a restaurant than it is to a woman. So here we are, and I am excited.
Delicious.
So I know I did
Dope.
not order In-N-Out the right way when
I like you all.
apparently. So instead
Kinda,
of
sorta.
saying how I wanted it, I just told the man,
Some of you are cool.
how do you want me? So I got, actually not really sure what I got. I think it was like a jalapeno cheddar burger done all the way. Not sure what that means. I
Anyway.
think it means a lot of sauce on it. Got a large fries I was picking out in the
Delicious.
car. And look at the size
Nutritious.
of this jug. It's actually huge. So a large drink. Got some spicy ketchup. I like the sound of that.
Filling.
And let's get into this thing. So I'm excited. The wrapping is kind of cool.
And we're about
And take a look
500
at
calories
this
under our
magnificent.
2750.
It looks big, it looks juicy, and it looks like it could get messy, which is
Cut
what
off.
I'm all about. Oh my god. You gotta use 2 hands with them and use this.
And yeah,
So
we're tracking really hard.
smell that lettuce, smell that pickle. There you go. Give it a little tasty taste.
That's how much peanut butter I go through. But don't worry. I got 9 more,
I approve of that bun. The bun is wet.
which will probably
Very
be gone
accepting in my fingers.
by the end of this week.
And there is that jalapeno. There's just enough in there. There's not too much that's gonna send you running away. Has a nice zing to it, and that
Okay.
tastes like it's only from the best of cows. I actually really do like this.
So I'll just digest. And then we'll get into stretching and we'll wrap up.
Nothing is doing too much of the work.